continuing to track some scattered storms out there this evening, but we'll let you know if this soggy weather is bound to stick around into the weekend.
Organizers handing out letters to senators urging them not to pass several bills impacting the district, the latest from the Hill. Then a car crashing into a Montgomery County restaurant, reaction ahead. And it's never too early to break out the piggy bank. We're stretching your dollar with ways to teach your kids about money.
You're watching the station covering all of the DMV. This is DC News Now.
Good afternoon. Thanks for joining us for DC News Now. Here at 4, I'm Annalisa Gale. Mark Hall has the evening off. Well, taking a live look at the radar now as we track some rain in the DMV once again this afternoon. A little heavier than yesterday. Meteorologist Damon Matson joining us for a first look at our forecast. Just depending on where you are, you may see it a little heavier there, Damon.
Right. That's the way it's going to go this evening here, Annalisa. This activity, the second round of activity we're going to get, much more scattered. Earlier this morning, it was a very large area of steady rain that impacted most of the DMV, most of our morning commutes out there. Not a very easy go to start the day. It's been fairly dry and quiet since, but as a cold front sweeps in, we are watching as scattered thunderstorms start to bubble up. Now, again, these are not anywhere close to the district as of yet. We'll see if they can get going and hold together as they push east, but we are seeing some of that slightly heavier rainfall just south of Winchester, up toward the Boonesboro area in southern Washington County, and then the northern part of this line showed a little bit of strength, but it's starting to retreat up into Pennsylvania, but it's right along that South Mountain corridor in northern Frederick County. Thurmont, you're about to see some heavier rainfall here within the next 5 to 10 minutes. But thankfully, whatever is out there, at least currently, it is not severe warned, and so far, so good. But we are going to keep the chance for those scattered storms and, yes, some rain showers around straight through sunset tonight. As we head into the overnight hours, we actually are going to likely dry out again for a brief bit of time as this cold front pushes out. Now, with this front swinging through, does that mean we're done with the soggy weather, or will rain return as we head toward the weekend? We'll have a full look at your forecast coming up here in just a bit.
Damon, thank you. Well, the White House is now telling federal agencies to prepare for mass firings if the government shuts down next week. According to a memo, programs and projects that will run out of funding October 1st and that are inconsistent with the president's priorities could be eliminated. House Minority Leader Hakeem Jeffries saying Democrats won't be intimidated by the White House's threat to fire federal workers. Meanwhile, President Trump and Republicans say Democrats are demanding too much spending.
Will continue to push back against any effort to undermine federal civil service protections that exist in the United States of America.
They asked us to do something that's totally unreasonable. They never changed.
And we know DC News Now's Kristen Escow will have more on this coming up at 4:30. In the district now, justice advocacy groups are calling on the Senate to reject an effort to eliminate D.C.'s Judicial Nomination Commission, the commission which has been around since the 70s, giving residents a say on how their local courts are run. D.C. News Now's Marielle Carbone joining us live on the Hill now. And Marielle, this effort already passed through the House. Now it's sitting in the Senate.
Yeah, it is, Annalisa, which is why more than 270 businesses, activists, advocates, and neighbors all signed on to this letter to the Senate today, asking them to vote no on this. They say it's just another attack on D.C. home rule. On Capitol Hill, more than 270 D.C. activists, businesses, and neighbors joining together.
We are united in our opposition to these bills.
Delivering this letter to Senate leadership.
Because they undermine D.C. home rule.
And urging them to reject House Bill 5125, which eliminates the Judicial Nominations Commission.
The Judicial Nomination Commission fills a wonderful efficiency role.
Misty Thomas-Zaleski is the executive director of the Council for Court Excellence and says the JNC plays a critical role in filling judicial vacancies. The commission, which is made up of 7 federally and locally appointed members, vets judicial candidates, then makes recommendations to the president, who ultimately makes judicial nominations to the Senate for confirmation.
If we get rid of the Judicial Nomination Commission, the impact is that there is no district voice when the nominees go to the president.
And while D.C. does have a chronic judicial vacancy problem, with 20% of seats vacant,
the bill that's in the Congress right now does nothing to fix the actual problem, which is delayed consideration by by the Senate.
Crime in the District of Columbia has recently reached levels unseen.
House Republicans argue this bill and nearly a dozen others are about increasing safety in the district.
This is a red herring.
Christine Zinners with the Alliance for Justice.
This has been around for 40 years, and to kind of undo that in a matter of weeks is very disturbing.
She's calling for more thoughtful consideration.
If you want to do such a drastic change that could potentially really undermine an established democratic process, that deserves a lot of airtime, a lot of conversation, a lot of debate, and a lot of thought, none of which is happening right now.
And the group is also calling for the Senate to vote no on a different House bill that would actually remove D.C.'s elected attorney general, instead giving the president the power to appoint an attorney general. That is still under House consideration, so it hasn't moved over to the Senate just yet. Reporting live from the Capitol, I'm Marielle Carbone, D.C. News Now.
All right, Marielle, thank you. And staying in the district now, 4 residents and immigrant rights group CASA now suing the Trump administration. The American Civil Liberties Union of D.C. now says the filing alleges that federal agents have systemically arrested people in D.C. without a warrant and without probable cause. They say agents should only be arresting someone without a warrant only when they've established the person has entered the U.S. illegally and that they are a flight risk. The lawsuit has been filed as a class action in the U.S. District Court for the District of Columbia. Also developing now in Western Maryland, a 36-year-old woman has died after a major crash on I-81 this morning. It involved a car and 2 tractor trailers near Williamsport. The drivers of the tractor trailers were sent to a nearby hospital for their injuries. We spoke to a driver who was stuck in traffic hours after that crash.
They had everything closed off. It was a parking lot. There was nowhere for anybody to go.
Now that crash is still under investigation this afternoon. And an update this afternoon, we now know the name of the person killed in a hit and run in Wheaton Tuesday night. Police say Ganja Prajapati was hit near Veers Mill Road and Ennals Avenue, and that they are now searching for a silver Audi like the one you're about to see on your screen here. They believe that car will have damage to its windshield and headlights. In Virginia, a man is dead and an Arlington County police officer was injured after a crash on I-395 in Arlington. Police say the officer stopped a Toyota Corolla on the left shoulder last night, and they say during the traffic stop, a Honda CR-V that was going really fast hit the officer's car. The driver of the CR-V was not wearing a seatbelt and died at the hospital. The officer suffering minor injuries there. One person that was in the stop car there also suffered injuries. Happening now, the impacts of heightened immigration enforcement are hitting home here in the DMV as Montgomery County now cancels its Hispanic Heritage Festival scheduled for October. DC News Now's Liberty Simmons is in Wheaton for us, and she's been following this story. Liberty, what are you learning about some of the reasons behind the cancellation?
Well, we are at Marion Friartown Plaza, which was supposed to hold the festival on October 12th, but not anymore. Intense fear among Hispanics and Latinos are forcing many of them to stay home.
It's sad to see that we had to cancel our festival out of many for fear, basically.
What should have been a celebration of Hispanic and Latino contributions in Wheaton, Maryland, is now clouded with fear over immigration enforcement.
People are self-selecting when they go out and when they expose themselves.
The increase in ICE raids are causing many Latino families to think twice. This man did not wish to be identified, but says his community is warning others about ICE.
I warned them. We also have a page that warns our community. We have text messages. We have a WhatsApp group to warn them.
What do you warn them?
Where ICE is, not to go to certain places.
Montgomery County says the Latino population has increased by more than 31% in the county since 2010, making Hispanics and Latinos more than 20% of the county's total population.
Like the economy, families are being affected, so would you risk going to have fun?
The county is instead encouraging the community to come together for alternative events, including at some schools, which are eligible for $2,000 grants for smaller celebrations.
I think that's a good idea for now until things get better.
The county is also hosting a social media campaign from now until October 15th, where it will recognize and honor several county employees of Hispanic heritage. For now, in Wheaton, Maryland, Liberty Simmons, DC News Now.
Liberty, thank you. Meantime, Fiesta DC will happen this weekend. The two-day event transforms the district into a celebration for Latino cultures. The festival starting at 11 a.m. Saturday on Pennsylvania Avenue between 7th and 3rd Street in Northwest Washington. And right now, a local organization is relaunching a platform to empower sexual assault survivors. The organization, known as the DC Coalition, says they're relaunching Ask DC. It features new search, filtering tools, and customizable resource lists. The organization says they're also planning to expand access.
Makes it possible for anyone to be a support, to be a caring community member. It's a great way to be engaged around bystander intervention.
Data from DC police shows sex abuse crimes are down more than 40% this year compared to this time last year. And right now there's a push to save DC's new beloved Go-Go Museum. Organizers saying they need to raise $500,000 to keep the doors open. They're kicking off the campaign on October 4th. The space in Anacostia officially opened in February, and officials say they've had thousands of visitors ever since, but now they need help preserving that history. Mayor Muriel Bowser made Go-Go the official music of the District of Columbia in 2020, and the city kickstarted building that museum, funding about 80%, but the rest the community raised.